Hey everyone, Eggman here with another video, and today we've got a starter deck battle between the first and second starter decks for the Gundam card game, which comes out later this month, and I've been having a lot of fun doing a lot of testing, learning, and also just deck building for this game in particular, just because the deck building is just open compared to a lot of other Bandai card games that we cover here on this channel. So if you guys are new to the channel, please make sure to hit that like and subscribe. We're going to be continuing to make Gundam content in the future, and I don't want you guys to miss it. Also, if you guys want to use the resources that we've been using, you can check out my deck builder at deckbuilder.eggmanevents, which is linked in the description. If you guys want to see the star decks in general too, if you just go to the Gundam section, go to structure decks, you will see all 4 starter decks here, so you can check out the ratios, which cards come in it, and then also if you want to print proxies, you can just press the gear and go to the proxies button, and it'll generate a PDF for you guys to do so. Also, we've been doing our best to keep up to date with the cards that they've been revealing on their social media, and we're probably going to get pretty close to that in the next couple weeks too, of like a full set one kind of set list too, so which I'm really excited for. So make sure to check that out if you haven't already. Thank you guys for watching and enjoy the game. All right, we've got our game here. We got me on the left with the Star Deck 2 and Yomi on the right with Star Deck 1. Also, since recording that first part, I have confirmed that the deck list that I have for the Star Deck 2 is accurate for the Star Deck, so you guys can check that out as well. But I end up winning the dice roll, so I'm deciding going second. I'm going to or mulligan my hand, so I put the top 5 of my deck into the battle area here, put the rest of my hand to the bottom, shuffle it up, that becomes my new hand, and then Yomi gets to cut the deck again. She enjoyed her hand, so she puts down her 6 shields, tapping on the cut there, and then there are my shields there. So again, we are on the Star Deck 1 on Yomi's side, which is the blue and white one with Amuro and Soletta, and then I'm on the left with the green and blue one with the Operation Meteor, like Wing Gundam stuff. So we go first there. Generally speaking, a lot of these decks just pass back and forth for these first turns, and this game's going to be no exception. Yomi's going to be at level 2 with 2 resources and play out the Zowar, one of the newer cards revealed. It is a blocker that's a 3/2, but it also cannot attack players, so my EX base is safe. And then I've got my own blocker, Ares, another newer card revealed here. Just a 2/1 body, but I do get to attack with it anywhere that I want. Yomi's going to go to level 3 here. I'm going to play out the Gun Tank, so choose an enemy with a 2 or less HP and rest it. And also play the Hiyato here to be able to attack the turn that it is played. So kind of a bit of a decision here. If you want to go for the EX base, do you want to get rid of the blocker? Yeah, we're going to get rid of the Ares. It means that the Zowart still can't attack, but I think that is fine. So gets rid of the blocker there, and then I'm going to go back to my turn for level 4 with 3 resources and EX. We're going to play out the Corsissa base here. So this is a pretty interesting and unique base where if you have no copies of it in your trash, you're able to play a 4/2 token. Otherwise, you play 2/1/1. So unfortunately, I don't have the 4/2 token as of recording. So it is just going to be this upside down card. But that is a 4 AP and 2 HP. Yomi's going to play out the aerial bit on form and have the Soletta Mercury as well. So pretty fortunate so far with the link pairs that she's been able to get. We're going to do 4 damage to the base here. And then looks like she's just going to use the Gun Tank there to get rid of it. So pretty easy come, easy go. And going to spend the 2 for her own base, which is the white base. And man, I think this is one of the better cards in this game. The fact that it can just keep making tokens throughout the game is really huge. And helps you just stay, have your board consistent. So we're going to play out the Gundam Heavy Arms, though. Here we're going to use the Troa here, so our own link pair. This lets you, when it destroys an enemy unit, you get to do 1 damage to everything that's level 3 or lower. And we're going to try to attack into the Gun Tank. Yomi's going to think about it, and she's like, you know what, actually, for what it is, it's going to take 1 damage to the Gun Tank, but it's not actually going to lose. So let's get rid of the blocker, and since we can still pressure with this Gun Tank on this next turn, which I think is fair. We're going to attack 4 into the to the base, which feels really bad because it's still just as functional with 4 HP as it is with 5 HP as it is with 1 HP. So we'll be able to use that effect next turn if Yomi wants to. And looks like she's deciding on what to do on this next one. So pretty back and forth. I think Yomi's been a little bit more aggressive here. And she's got the Gundam MA form. This is the new art for it. And there is the Amuro underneath it. So pretty lucky with her link pairs there. It's going to let her draw a card off the MA form effect. So she gets to attack the turn that is played. So going to attack into there. Going to attack with the Soletta as well. Trying to decide if we want to go into the shields or into the token. Going to take the token, and I get a a resource back with the slit effect, and then we're going to attack into the MA form. I have my own base, so it's looking like up the top too. And I remember looking at these. These are terrible cards. There's Corsissa base as well as the command there. So I decided to put one at the top, one at the bottom. Yomi's using the base effect to be able to make a 1/1 token. If she sequenced it a little bit differently, she might have been able to make a 2/2 token instead, but I think she's pretty far ahead, and I've got a lot of ground to cover. So 3 shields to 5 going to my next turn here, and I believe I'm level 6 with 5 resources currently. And I'm going to have to try to, find a way to get rid of this stuff. So we're going to play this Leo here for 2, and then we do have the Zex Marquise, one of the newer pilot's commands. So during your turn, if you get to KO something with battle, you get to draw a card. So a 4/3 body is not the best, but we are going to just attack into the MA form and try to get rid of it. And Yomi doesn't have any resources for any action sub, so we know that we're pretty safe. We do get to get the card draw there. And, at least it means that, if she wants to get rid of the base, she has to, use the gun tank and the bit on form. So we're going to use our EX resource to play out our heavy arms here and then pass it back to Yomi. Right, and again, that is a 4, I think it's 4 AP and currently 2 HP due to the Soletta. And then we do have the 1/1 gun tank over there too. So both attacks will be able to get rid of the base here, and before she attacks with the bit on form, she's going to spend some resources just so she can get some back. I'm going to play out the gun cannon, just a vanilla essentially, but does have the link with Kai. And then thinking about what to do with the rest of her resources there. All right, going to pay 1 to actually have the link with Kai. She's very fortunate. I got this. This is the point of the game where I'm like, man, I'm a little jealous. She got a lot of these links, and I'm just trying to do what I can. So going to play out the Demi Trainer, and then going to play out also another gun tank there. It doesn't have anything that it can rest, but she's got a pretty wide board. I only have 2 shields, and I can definitely lose on this next turn if I'm not careful. So I'm going to play out the Siege Ploy. This is a new command for Starter Deck 2. Going to be able to rest the Demi Trainer, and then I'm going to be able to link. Oh, thinking about it, just making sure I know what numbers are what. Yeah, we're going to use the heavy arms here. We're going to link with it. So we're going to have to use Zinc. We're going to pair with it. We're going to use the Zex instead. So luckily, it's a when pairing effect. We're going to attack into the bit on form there. That's going to be able to get rid of it and then do 1 damage to pretty much everything else on the board. So that does get rid of 2 bodies, which is good. Though we are kind of, again, in danger of losing. We're going to play with the Wing Gundam, and so we don't lose on board, but if Yomi has like 1 more link pair, then we are really in trouble. So we'll see what these gun cannons and these gun tanks are going to be doing. And it looks like we're going to start with probably attacking with the gun tank. Yeah, attacking with the gun tank there. Nothing from shields. Another attack. Nothing from shields. We see a bird mode over there. We're going to play out the aerial, but unfortunately does not have the pilot to go with it. And you're going to play the token off the white base again. Like this base has generated 3 tokens, and even though we've been able to get rid of them, it's still something that we have to respect. And so this is a bit of a tough spot. I do kind of need to have a base. I need to have some ways to clear this board, and it's going to be, I do think that the heavy arms is going to be helpful to get there, but it's going to be tough. So we can use simultaneous fire. This is going to give breach 3 to my heavy arms, and I'm just curious on what the HPs on each. So I end up just attacking into the gun tank there. Yeah, so this is going to be able to trade there, do 1 damage to each of the other bodies, which means we will be able to get rid of the token as well. And then we are also getting the breach effect to finally get rid of that white base. We're going to attack Wing Gundam into this. And Yomi's just confirming on HP numbers again, because it does get a little bit tricky with damage and a pilot and everything. But she does have the unforeseen incident. So this card's actually been really, really strong. I've been really, really obnoxious. So giving the AP -3 means I don't get to clear the gun tank, as well as I don't get to, the gun cannon. I also don't get to get the breach damage. I have the Corsissa base as well to be able to play these 2 1/1 tokens of my own, but she's got the Kai's Resolve, and I kind of help her at the end here. But she's like, oh, I'll heal the damage. I'm like, well, if you also just pair it with your Ariel gets to do 5 damage, and then there is the game with the gun tank. So, gun cannon there. So pretty fun game. I do think that the blue and white starter deck is pretty strong, man. Looking at this shields too. She's got 2. She had 2 in there. I don't think I was gonna win anytime soon, but a lot of fun. I hope you guys have been enjoying the Gundam card game as well. Looking forward to more games in the future. Let me know if you guys want to see it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll catch you all next time.